Hi, good evening. Good evening, good evening. Pulling, okay. Pulling out your last 11-11 discussion for tonight. This is AFAR, Forex, Forward Contracts, Partnership, okay. Kindly call on your friends, comment down below. We'll have trivias later. You'll get voucher for each correct answer on our trivia question. Okay? So, hindi ko naman itatanong sa inyo kung anong pangalan ko, anong middle initial ko. Kayang-kaya mo sagutin ito. Okay. So, if we get 20 viewers, I will throw the first trivia question which will give you, okay? Bibigay sa'yo ng voucher mo tonight. Okay. Sige. So can we pull 20 viewers for tonight? Okay? Before we start, you're AFAR? O sige, start ko to, pero antayin ko yung viewers na yan Sige. Antayin ko yung viewer na yan. I wanted you to participate, please. Comment down below your friend's name, the name of your friends, who you think needs this. Okay? We will be answering 10. Okay? Merong simple question with matching discussion. Meron din tayong problem sets. All right. Okay. So I'm sending you a big good luck on your review. You may be reviewing for May 2021 Sipale, or you may be reviewing for your own as an undergrad. But I wanted to congratulate you as early as now. I wanted to congratulate you as early as now because I know you are doing great. You are doing your part. And I know that God will bless you. Okay. All right. So let us start. Okay. Please pull that 15 to 20 viewers and we will throw the first trivia question. Ayan. So please participate as well. Sayang sayang itong questions ko sa'yo. Sayang yung 500 voucher mo. Okay? All right. So throwing in our first question for tonight. This is just a review. Kayang-kaya mong sagutin ito, no? Kaya ba? Kaya. Yes. Okay. So on December 12, 2016, okay, IMP company entered into a 3 forward exchange contract to purchase 10,000 foreign currency in 90 days. The relevant exchange rate are as follows. Okay? The relevant exchange rate are as follows. Meron kang November 30, 2016, December 12, 2016, December 31, 2016. You have the spot rate and you have the forward rate. Okay? So, nag-enter siya into a 3 forward exchange contract. The question is, okay, question 1. IMP entered into the first forward contract. I wanted to highlight or underline. Your entity entered into the first forward contract to hedge a purchase of inventory in November 2016, payable in March 2017. At December 31, bakit 2010? Anyway, 2016 should be what amount of foreign currency transaction gain from this forward contract should IMP or IMP include in net income? Okay? For the first forward contract to hedge, okay? What amount of foreign currency transaction gain? What's your first step? Okay? First step, the value, okay, Value the forward exchange contract at its fair value measured by changes in the forward contract rate. And you also have to note that the question asks only the effect on net income from the forward contract transaction. Therefore, any effect in net income from the foreign currency denominated accounts payable is not included in your answer. Okay? So, foreign exchange rate, okay? Foreign exchange rate at 12.12, okay? 2016.9. So, nakita mo yata yan, di ba? Forward exchange rate, and then at 12.31, you have 0.93. So, at 12.31, 0.93. Your forward contract, okay, you have to value that at your current rate at 0.93. So, magkano ngayon ang increase or decrease? Initially, you are at 0.90. Okay? This is for the first forward contract purchased on inventory on November, payable on March. So, sorry, it should be 89.89, not 0.90. Okay. So, 89, not 0.90. So, what's the difference? Okay, what's the difference? Dati, yung 100,000 foreign currency mo, magkano lang siya? Okay? It is 89,000. Sulat ko dito kasi may follow-up question tayo mamaya. 89,000 versus your, okay? Your 93 or 0.93. Okay. You have 93,000. What's the difference? Difference is 4. Is it 4? Yes, okay. 4,000. However, it's not on our answer. E. Okay? So, kailan mo ba pinurchase? On November 2016. Payable on March. Siyempre, yung payment mo, any adjustment goes to the financial statement of 2017. We are talking about 2016 here. What amount of foreign currency transaction gain from this forward contract should include in the net income? Okay? So, 4, letter E. All right. Question number 2. For question number 2, related pa rin. Okay? IMP company or IMP company entered into a 3-year forward exchange contract to purchase 100,000 foreign currency in 90 days. The relevant exchange rate are as follows. Binigay ulit sa'yo. But the question for 2 is, on December 31, 2016, what amount of foreign currency transaction loss, okay, should IMP include in income from the revaluation of the accounts payable? Okay, from the revaluation. What's your answer for number 2? Accounts payable tayo. Okay? Accounts payable, you will be using the spot rate. The spot rate at the transaction date and the spot rate at the end of the reporting period. So definitely it is your 0.87 and 0.92. Okay. Another one that I wanted to highlight, but sabi niyang loss? Because from 0.87, magkano ba ang equivalent nito? 87,000. From 87,000, it went higher. Okay, naging 92,000 ang alin, ang accounts payable mo. When you do this type of analysis, di ba, bakit na sinasabing loss? Kasi yung babayaran mo from 87,000 naging 92,000 siya. Alright? So what is your transaction gain or loss? Or loss, specifically. Your transaction loss is 92 less 87. Magkano yan? It is it 0.5? Yes. Okay, so parang 5,000 yung difference, di ba? 87 versus 92,000 is a 5,000 difference. So, the answer in number 2 should be letter D. Okay, letter D. Delta. Number 3. Question number 3, similar. Okay, similar. The question, IMP entered into a second forward contract to hedge a commitment to purchase equipment being manufactured to IMP's specification. So, meron siyang pinapa-manufacture or meron siyang pinapagawa. The expected delivery date is March 2017, at which time settlement is due to manufacturer. The hedge qualifies as fair value hedge. At December 31, 2016, what amount of foreign currency transaction gain from this forward contract should IMP include in net income? Okay? Ang tinatanong niya ngayon yung foreign currency transaction gain. So for number 3, you have a hedge of a firm commitment. Okay? The value is based on changes in the forward rate. Okay? So based on the changes on the forward rate, kailan ka ba pumasok sa contract? Okay? Meron kang second forward contract tayo, yung 0.9. Okay? Compared to your end of the year na forward exchange rate of 0.93. So what's your answer? You have 3,000 foreign exchange gain. Okay? Foreign exchange gain. It's only asking again the effect on the net income of your forward contract and not the underlying commitment portion of the transaction. So 3,000, it's simply the difference, diba? 100,000 foreign currency multiplied to the difference of your forward rate at the end of the period and the forward rate at the transaction date. Okay. And our answer for this is letter C. So for the first question tonight, I wanted to flash it on our screen. Okay unang makakasagot, of course with correct spelling po tayo. Okay, correct spelling. Smallest country in the world. Is it Philippines? What's the smallest country in the world? Is it Philippines? Huh? Sinong may sagot? In exchange of a 500 voucher, what is the smallest country in the world? Is Philippines? Pangilan ba si Philippines sa smallest country? Diba? Pero meron pang smallest. Small lang si Philippines, small, but it is not the smallest. So sino? Sino ang smallest country in the world? Any educated guess? Smallest country in the world? In exchange of 500. Naging 5,000 ang aking voucher. 500 voucher. So, pang ilang voucher mo na ba to kung sakaling makuha mo yung tamang sagot, 'di ba? Pang ilang voucher mo ito? Smallest country in the world. Okay? Pag walang makakasagot, walang voucher, 'di ba? Sayang naman, 'di ba? Any educated guess? Any wild goose, 'di ba? Educated guess for the smallest country in the world, 'di ba? Sino pang may hula, 'di ba? Sino pang may hula? Is it Philippines? Sinong susunod sa Philippines? Sino ang smaller or smallest as compared to Philippines? The answer is, you are correct, Miss Divine, diba? Vatican City. Okay? So, ano yung latest ganap natin sa Vatican City? Baka hindi mo na alam, no? Ako din. Hindi ko din alam. Bakit? Kasi syempre, we are only updated with your COVID. But of course, aside from being updated with COVID, you should be updated with your review. Okay? So, Divine. Okay, I remember you well. Okay, meron ka na kanina, so meron ka ulit ngayon, 'di ba? So this is your second time winning. Masaya pala 'to, no, kapag may participations plus meron kang winnings, merong in exchange, 'di ba? Of course, hindi naman 'to basta winning lang of guessing or maybe researching, 'di ba? Of course, winning because you are here participating with me or with us tonight. Okay? All right. Puntahan natin ang next problem natin for your AFAR. Ayan, naglagay pala ako ng spot kung saan ko ilalagay yung solution ko pero madali lang pala yung question kanina. Anyway, we go to question number 4. On December 12, 2016, the company entered into a 3 forward exchange contract to purchase. Okay? On December 12, the relevant exchange rate are as follows. The question is, it entered to a third forward contract for speculation. Okay? Malala mo pa ba yung speculation mo? Kapag sinabing speculation, ano na nga ulit yun? Speculation? Nag-speculate ka, di ba? Para kang anong tawag dito? Para kang nakikipagpustahan, nakikipag-speculate ka, di ba? Let us say for today, what is the value of your dollar per 1 peso? Or what is the value of, tama, $1 per peso, I should say, di ba? Your speculation involves trading a financial instrument involving high risk in expectation, of course, of a significant return. Although, ang isa kong example is medyo mahirap lang, no, in terms of speculation or hedging, ganyan. The motive of this is to take maximum advantage from fluctuation in the market. Although, it's very risky. Why? Because when you do speculation, dapat ready ka din na mawalan. Ready kang magkaroon, ready kang mawalan. Kasi nga parang gambling ito, di ba? Speculation. Okay. So, at December 31, 2016, what amount of foreign currency transaction gain from this forward contract should include in net income? For number 4, speculation, value forward exchange contract at, okay, value at fair value based on changes, okay, triangle, changes in the forward rate. Okay, so what's your adjustment? I think similar to dun kanina, no? Only that na iba lang kasi naka-speculation naman tayo. But the idea is the same. Transaction date mo, 90,000. Okay? Reporting date or end of the period, 93,000. What's the difference? 3,000. Answer? Number 4, letter B. Okay, letter B po tayo. Number 5. Alright. The best definition for direct quotes would be, direct quotes measure, letter A, exact rates at a future point in time, letter B. Current or spot rates, letter C. How much domestic currency must be exchanged to receive one foreign currency? Letter D. How much foreign currency must be exchanged to receive one domestic currency? I wanted you to highlight the word direct quote. Okay? During your AFAR, okay? Maybe AFAR undergrad or maybe AFAR kung sakaling nag-review ka na formerly for Sipale. Memorize mo ba ang direct at saka indirect quote mo? Okay? I wanted to see our chat box. Okay? What's your answer for this? Ano ang best definition ng direct quote? Okay? Ano ba example ng direct quote? Ang direct quote would be, okay, bigyan kitang sample magkano value ng dollar ngayon? Okay? As compared to your peso. Magkano value ng dollar ngayon compared to your peso? Parang nasa 48 yata tayo ngayon. 48, 48.18, okay? Ano ang direct quote niyan? Ang direct quote would be $1, okay, is to 48.18 Philippine peso. So, given that, what is the best definition of a direct quote? Okay, isulat natin $1. Okay, baliktad. $1 is to, magkano ulit yon? 48.18. Therefore, the direct quote definition, pag pumunta kang Forex topic, letter C, okay? How much domestic currency must be exchanged to receive one foreign currency? That is your direct quote. Ano ngayon ang indirect quote nito? Ang indirect quote nito would be, okay, do you have any guess? Any educated guess? Gusto ko tawaging educated guess kasi nag-isip ka di ba? Ano ang indirect quote niyan? Okay? The indirect quote of that would be, okay, 0.207 dollar is to 1 peso. Okay? Yan ang indirect quote mo. Okay? Letter D is the definition of your indirect quote. How much foreign currency must be exchanged to receive one domestic currency? So para makakuha ka ng piso, ilang dolyar ang kailangan mo? Yun yung ibig sabihin nun. Okay? So that's your indirect rate. Number 6. Oops, bumalik. X, Y, and Z. A partnership formed on January 1, 2007 and had the following initial investment. The partnership agreement states that the profit and losses are to be shared equally by the partners after consideration is made for the following: salaries allowed to partners X, for Y, and for partner Z. Average partners' capital balances during the year shall be allowed 10% interest. Additional information: on June 30, 2007, X invested additional 60,000. Z withdrew 70,000 from the partnership on September 30. Shared the remaining partnership profit was 5,000 for each partner. Shared the remaining partnership profit was 5,000 for each partner. Okay. What's the question? We have to read the question. For question number 6, ang tanong niya, interest on average capital balances of the partner totaled. Unang-una, kailangan mong i-identify paanong average interest. Okay? When the problem is silent, specifically on the board exam, ang hinihingi niya sa'yo is a weighted average. Okay? Weighted average ang hinihingi niya sa'yo. Kunin natin yung kay X, kay Y, and Z. Pinakamadali yung kay Y. Bakit? Kasi for the entire year, walang movement yung capital ni Y. Okay? Y would be 150,000. However, for partner X and partner C, there was a movement. Ano nangyari kay partner X? Di ba nadagdagan? 100,000. Naging 160,000. Okay? 100,000 was outstanding for 6 months, January to June. Because by July, okay, by July, nagkaroon ng additional investment. Or at the end of June, nagkaroon ng additional investment. So the 100,000 is outstanding for 6 months. And the remaining, okay, the new balance of 160,000, yan yung naging balance for the remaining 6 months. So how much is that? 600,000 and 960,000. We got a total of 1,560. Divide mo sa total months for the year of 12 months. Your average capital balance for X is 130,000 pesos. How about for Z? For Z, you have initial of 225,000. And that was outstanding for 9 months kasi nagkaroon ka ng withdrawal at September. Okay? 30. So after withdrawing an amount, your balance or the balance of Z partner became 155,000 pesos. And this was outstanding for 3 months. Okay? October, November, December. Magkano yan ngayon? 2,025,000 and 465,000. You get a total of 2,490,000 divided by the number of months outstanding for the year, 12 months. Your average is 207. Okay. So in total, bibigyan mo sila later on ng tig 10% na interest when you do your profit or sharing. Okay? So that's your number 6. Magkano total interest natin? You just add together 130,000, 15,000. Sorry, 150,000, not 15,000. And the 207 average of Z, you get 487,500 times 10. That's equal to 48,750. Yan yung total na interest na mabibigay kay partners X, Y, and Z. Letter A. Okay. Now, partnership net profit at December 31, 2014 before salaries, interest, and partners on the remainder was how much? Magkano? This is actually a work back. Okay? Kailangan mong mag-work back. Bigyan mo ng salary tsaka interest si partners. Okay? Sabi niya kanina sa problem, sure, the remaining partnership profit was 5,000 for each partner. That is after your salaries and interest. Diba? That's after your salaries and interest. So, you simply have to plot on your table. Sa distribution table mo, meron kang salary, interest, and then yung balance. Diba yung balance, naka-receive sila ng 5,000 each? Pwede mo nang ilagay yun sa table mo. And at the same time, yung interest nila per partner at saka yung salary. Diba? For the salary, magkano salary ng partners natin? 60,000 for partner X, 48,000 for partner Y, and 36,000 for partner Z. Now, you get the interest for the partners. Magkano yung interest natin kanina? Interest, you get 10% of the 130,000. Meron kang 13,000. Get the 10% of 150,000. Meron kang 15,000 for Y and 20,700 for, tama ba? 20,700 for Z. Kasi 10%. So, let me just check. Diba? Ganyan tayo katalino. So, it is a 130,000 times 10. So, 13,000 tama lang. Now, how will you get the total net income of the entity? Ang total net income na pinaghati-hatian nila, yung total nitong mga to, okay? So, can you please get the total? Sige nga. First, the salary, 60,000 plus 48,000 plus 36,000, you get 144,000. How about the interest? 13,000 plus the 15,000 plus the 20,700. That's a total of 48,700. Okay. So, 144,000, 48,700, and then 15,000. Ibig sabihin, your total net income of the partnership is how much? 144 plus 48 plus 15, that is 207. So, nandiyan ba yung sagot sa choices natin? 207. Yes. However, may butal. Okay? So, this is the nearest answer. But accordingly, sa computation natin, 207. Sakto. Tama ba? Exact? Yes, exact. Alright. Number 8, if a bonus is traceable to the previous partners rather than an incoming partner, it is allocated among the partner according to, alam ko, alam na alam mo to, okay? When it comes to bonus, goodwill, revaluation, di ba? Kapag binigyan mo ng bonus yung new partner, okay, walang problema doon. But giving a bonus to old partner o kaya naman sa remaining partners, ang ginagamit mo would be their old profit sharing ratio or their current profit sharing ratio. So what's your answer for number 8? Answer for number 8 is profit sharing percentage of the previous partnership. Okay? So kasi meron kang incoming partner. Ngayon, ang senaryo, meron kang bonus, di ba? May bonus ka to your previous partner. Ibig sabihin, okay, TCC versus TAC. Naalala mo pa si TCC? TCC versus TAC or total contributed capital versus total agreed capital. Yung total agreed capital mas mababa sa total contributed capital. So yung excess, ang treatment niya bonus. Kapag bonus to old partners, ang gagamitin mo profit sharing percentage of the previous partnership or the old partners P&L sharing ratio. That's it. Ganon ka-simple. Okay? So dahil ganyan ka-simple ang tanong natin for number 8, of course, by the way, let me ask, naka-enroll ka na ba sa partnership lesson natin? That's a mini course. Okay? Nandun lahat to. Okay? Alright. So I hope na-try mo na. Okay? Alright. So last question for today. Okay? Last question for today for our viewers. Last trivia question. Okay. Which country consumes the most chocolate per capita? What's your favorite chocolate? Okay, what's your favorite chocolate? Is it Ferrero Rocher? Tama ba? Ay, so siya lang pagka-pronounce ko, Ferrero Rocher. Okay? Sino may favorite na Ferrero? Or KitKat na lang po. KitKat. O kaya Cloud9. Okay? Which country consumes the most chocolate per capita? Okay. Sayang ang 500 voucher natin. Okay? Sige nga, ilan po? Or what country? Any educated guess again before we end our AFAR? Diba? Kayang-kaya mo to sagutin, ikaw pa. Sige nga. Yung sagot nga sa tax ay yung sagot sa tax. Yung question nga ng tax mo, sinasagot mo, ito pa kaya? Diba? Okay. No attempt? So far? Last 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7. Which country consumes the most chocolate per capita? Trivia question to Alam mo to. 7, 6, 5. Drum rolls please. 4. Okay, wala bang hula dyan? 3, 2, and 1. Ayan. So the correct answer is Switzerland. Diba? Diba yung favorite mo si Toblerone? Diba? Kapag may kaklase kang may nanay na galing sa ibang bansa, uy, share mo kami ng Toblerone mo diba? Toblerone, diba? It's Switzerland. So Switzerland isa to sa mga largest manufacturer din ng chocolates mo. And ideally and admirably, diba, ang sasarap ng chocolates nila. And nakuha ni Miss Divine. Okay. So Miss Divine, see you. See you sa mga magiging review sessions natin. Okay? See you sa review sessions natin for CPA Online Review. Alam ko mag-e-enroll ka. Okay. So, lista natin yan, no? Okay? Alright. So without further ado, let's end your night with a very good question in construction contract. Kapag sinabi mong variation, okay, the term variation, when you talk about construction contracts, is it your A, an initial amount of the revenue agreed in the contract? Or is it B, an additional amount paid to the contractor if specified performance standards are met or exceeded? Or is it your letter C, an instruction by the customer for a change in the scope for work to be performed under the construction contract? Or is it letter D, an amount that the contractor seeks to collect from the customer as reimbursement for cost not included in the construction contract? What is the correct answer for this? Number 9. Okay? Under your construction contracts, di ba? Lalo na ngayon, may bago kang revenue standards. That's your PFRS number 15, di ba? Tapos ang kasunod yan, si leases PFRS number 16. So, na-review mo na ba yung dalawang bago mong standards? Yung isa revised. Okay? Yung isa, bago talaga yon. Okay? So, accordingly, when you talk about your variation, that means kapag nag-exceed, di ba? What if nag-exceed ang ating service to customer? What will happen? Di ba? Yan yung number 1 question natin. So for number 9, the correct answer is letter C actually. It's an instruction by the customer for a change in the scope of work to be performed under construction contract. Ngayon, kapag nagkaroon ng variation, definitely, number 1 affected would be the pricing of your contract. Di ba? At the same time, kapag nagkaroon ka ng changes on the instructions, di ba? Let us say, una dapat ganito yung plano natin for the building. What happened? Di ba? Nabago yung plano. Or let us say, nagkaroon ng extensions. Extensions on the creation of the building or your PPE, may effect yan sa magiging payment or sa revenue to be recognized by entities. Okay? Letter C. And last question for tonight, which of the following statement is false? Okay? Is it A? The procedures in reconciling the home office and branch accounts are essentially the same as that of the bank reconciliation statement. Parehas ba yung procedure? Parehas. Ang ibig sabihin kasi ng reconciling item of home office and branch, ang ibig sabihin yan, kung ano yung balanse nung nasa libro mo sa branch office, ganun din dapat yung balanse sa home office. And if you remember, anong ginagawa mo sa bank recon? Dapat yung balanse mo per book, yung hawak-hawak mo, dapat parehasan sa balanse per bank. Yun na kay bank statement. And that is why you are doing bank recon. Ganun din yung ginagawa mo kay home office and branch accounts. Okay? Letter B. While the branch financial statement may be prepared for internal reporting purposes, external accounting reports reflect the activities and practices of the company as a whole. Is this correct? Letter B is correct, okay? While your entity, specifically yung mga branches natin, they are reporting separately. In terms of your FS, kapag nagre-report ka as a company, okay, as a whole, let us say si SM, pag nag-report si SM, wala kang makikitang audited FS na SM Baguio, SM Sukat, SM Paranaque, SM Davao, walang ganon, okay? When you see the FS of SM, kabuuan na yan, lahat ng store ni SM, okay? Ayan. So, letter B is correct. Letter C, the preparation of combined statements necessitates elimination of reciprocal accounts. Yes, saan mo ginagawa elimination? Sa worksheet. Okay? Sa worksheet mo ginagawa elimination. Letter D, the recording of reported branch net income on the home office books represents a home office closing entry. Okay? Home office closing entry ba yun? No. Okay? Hindi. Okay? Letter D is the false statement. The recording of report of the branch net income, ano nangyayari dito? It's as if nababawasan yung equity account mo doon sa branch na pupunta kay home. Okay? You're just transferring. Later pa yung closing entry mo. Okay? So letter D is the incorrect statement. So for your home office and branch, ang idea kasi nito is you're operating. Si SM, operating siya, di ba? Nag-start siya as one store lang. Ano nangyari? Nag-branch out siya. When you branch out kasi, the head office will also have to monitor the accounting of your branches. And when you do your FS, you're not creating FS for SM Baguio, SM Manila, SM North, SM Ora, 'di ba? Hindi ka gumagawa ng separate reports. Although they have reports as a branch, but the FS as a whole is for SM. Okay? Hindi mo makikita kay, let's say, si PSEI. I don't know if you are familiar. When you go to PSEI, makikita mo doon lahat ng listed entity, mariretrieve mo doon yung mga audited FS nila. So let us say si SM, wala kang makikitang audited FS na nakasulat SM City Baguio. Wala. Kasi yung audited FS as a whole, head office yan. Okay? Yun yung FS na nire-release ng head office. Ibig sabihin, accounted na doon yung galing kay different branches. Alright? So that is for your home office and branch. Ngayon, when you do reconciliation, you have reconciling items for home office and you also have reconciling items for branch. Alright? What else? Again, eliminations. Why do you create eliminations? Hindi pwedeng doble-doble. Imaginein mo you are as if reporting one entity alone. Okay? When you do combined statement. Pwede ba naman yung AR sa sarili mo or accounts payable sa sarili mo? Of course not. That's why you have your closing entries. Okay? That's why you have your you have your eliminating entries. Not the closing entries, eliminating entries. Okay? Again, answer in number 10 is delta. All right. So for more AFAR discussion, I highly encourage you to enroll, call your friends, okay? This is an extension of our invitation for you aside from inviting you to come over for our free review, free material, free discussion. Okay? Alam ko ang isa sa mga abangan mo, of course, tax. Okay? I know you will be looking after tax. But aside from looking after tax, MAS, AFAR, di ba? FAR, audit, look after your future. So enroll now at CPA Online Review School, and of course inviting you as well to enroll on our mini courses. Meron ka mini courses for MAS. That's mini, para kang nagsi-CMA exam doon, a CMA review. Okay, that's a starting point if you wanted to get a CMA title. Okay, CMA title is an international certification. So kung gusto mong magkaroon ng certification aside from being a CPA in the future, pwedeng-pwede ka dito. Ayan. So, God bless on your review. Again, part of my tips to you as well, review everything. Huwag mo pipiliin yung nire-review mo, no? Huwag mo pipiliin. Huwag forever na yung favorite topic mo lang. Okay? Dahil favorite topic mo, it means kayang-kaya mo na yun. So, also focus on your weaknesses. And of course, review everything, review all your subjects. So, wag mo lang i-review yung audit mo, ha? Wag mo lang i-review yung puro tax. So, you balance your time on your review. Okay, so see you again on our next live sessions. Actually, yung mga next live sessions mo, mas madugo, no? Okay, mas exciting. And at the same time, when I see you on our next live, and when you hear from me, mas magagandang topics. Okay? Okay? Although maganda naman tong topic natin ngayon kasi 'di ba medyo shuffled tayo. So ibang atmosphere tayo ngayon aside from only one topic, iba-ibang topic tayo. All right? So God bless on your review. I hope to hear from you sa mga future enrollees natin dyan. Future friends, future fellow CPAs. God bless on your review. And I hope to see you again soon or hope to hear from you again soon. Marami pa tayong pagsasamahan together with Sir Tristan, Sir Remy, Sir Red. Marami pang mga sir. Okay? Parang ako lang yata yung ma'am mo dito, no? Okay. So, ayan. And of course, yes, nanonood din ako sa'yo, Sir Red, kapag nagla-live ka, naririnig kita. Alright, so antayin niyo yung mga next live sessions namin. Again, this is until November 11. So kasabay ng 11/11 sale mo bago ka mag-add to cart, manood ka muna sa amin. Okay? Ayan. So God bless on your review. See you again next meeting. together with your other reviewers. Ayan. So God bless and please keep safe. Stay inside your home, your happy place. Kung wala ka namang gagawin sa labas, 'di ba? Para safe na safe tayo. All right. See you soon and good night. Again, happy weekend. Monday ulit tomorrow. Bye-bye.